Welcome to Circle Sanctuary's monthly full moon circle. My name is Selena Fox, and I'm here with some of the members of our Circle Sanctuary community. We have been holding full moon circles every month for many years, and since the pandemic began, we have transformed our full moon circles to virtual events. So welcome to everybody who is watching live on the Circle Sanctuary YouTube channel, and to all of you who will be watching later. And in 2021, we're continuing to evolve the ways that we are doing full moons. Yes, we continue to have someone who does our tech. Thank you, Chris. And we have a bard or two. So we have music coming to you tonight as well as words. And we are beginning to have facilitators that work with me and others to bring these full moon circles to you all. So tonight's facilitator is Judith.
Great. Well, thank you so much. And it's been a pleasure working with you to get this together tonight. This is a very powerful full moon, especially in light of the political change and divisiveness that we've just been through, the climate instability and change. And from what I understand, this is also a changing time from the Piscean age to the Aquarian age. I understand it's a long process, to be sure, but part of the transformative times that we're living in. So this is the perfect time to anchor your passion into something, someplace, someone, or some ideals that you believe in, support, and love. Go after what you want, but also consider the well-being of the collective, our community, and our world. If you expect magic and miracles, you might just get them. There are so many gifts to be had during this time. So find clarity, have courage, and be creative. Become the light and love you want to see in the world through right action, knowing that each and every one of us is deserving of divine love. Thank you for joining in that spirit of transformation with us tonight. I'm going to now have Nikki take over and give us some Circle Sanctuary announcements.
Hi, everybody. My name is Nikki, and I have several announcements for us tonight. First of all, we wanted to let you know that Selena is going to be doing an in-book ceremony podcast on Sunday evening. So watch out for that. There should be information about that on the Circle Sanctuary website. Our next virtual full moon ritual is going to be taking place on Saturday, February 27th. This year's Pagan Spirit Gathering is once again going to be held virtually. It will be taking place Friday, June 25th through Sunday, June 27th. Although we can't meet in person, we'd love to have you all join us to share what community we can during these quarantine times. 2021 calendars with all of the festival dates and moon phases are still available at the Circle Resource Shop website, as well as other merchandise. All sales do help support Circle Sanctuary. I believe there is still a Circle Sanctuary COVID Relief Fund taking place too, that can be also found on the website. Finally, another way that you can help support Circle Sanctuary is by becoming a member. You can learn more online. There's all kinds of great perks to being a member. And you can also find links to all of Circle's festivals, podcasts, and all kinds of other information. We look forward to having you join us. Thank you.
Well, I invite all of you, wherever you may be, whatever your spiritual path, religion, philosophy, way of being, to connect with Source, with the divine, as you know it in your own tradition. I play this singing bowl and I invite you to connect with the sound of this sacred musical instrument as you connect with this sacred time, with this sacred circle, with the divine as one and as many. Experience yourself being part of all of us gathered here live and later, celebrating this transformation full moon. Bright blessings.
Thank you, Selena. I'm now going to cast our circle. I call to the power of the north, to the earth that transitions from cold, dark, barren land of winter into the fertile soils of spring that bring forth life again year after year. And I ask this life force to help us know these regenerative powers in ourselves so that we too may transition and bring forth new ways of living and new hope. Hail and welcome, Spirit of the North. I call to the power of the East, to the air that we breathe anew each day as we rise. May we breathe in deeply again and clear the cobwebs of divisiveness away from our minds and open our thoughts to the possibilities of peace and harmony, with faith that there is more than enough food, water, air, and freedom for us all to share so that we are all cared for equally. Hail and welcome the Spirit of the East. To the south, I call upon fire to join our circle this evening. I ask for its power to burn away the hatred that divides us, burn away the fear that incites us, and release the seeds of growth for a better tomorrow. Help us to know the healing power of loss and the freedom of letting go of that which no longer serves us. Teach us how to move into the light of forgiveness for ourselves and of others so that we may all transform. Hail and welcome the Spirit of the South. To the water in the West, we call upon you to wash away the hurt and injustices that stain our minds. Cleanse our souls so that we may know that under the surface of all things is the truth of the divinity within all of us that we share. May we know the joy of being refreshed and renewed to start again and again with heartfelt aspirations and prayers for all. Hail and welcome the Spirit of the West. I call to the power of the cosmos above us. From this vast viewpoint, may we see the bigger picture. May we trust that divine spirit, the great mystery, is with us, sending us love as we transition through these challenging times. And enlighten the desire and innate love within us, giving us the will to persevere. And below us, I call to the supportive and life-giving powers of planet Earth. This singular sphere, which is the solid unifying element that we all have in common, may we feel its unifying energy pulse through all our veins in the spirit of gratitude and generosity for its gifts. And in the center is our spirit, our soul spirit, our ancestors' spirit, the creator spirit, the earth, air, fire, and water spirits incarnate within each and every one of us. May we know that spirit as love and let it flow from deep within us to share with all that we meet and in all that we create with compassion, caring, and kindness, knowing that this life is not easy for anyone, but giving thanks for this opportunity for transformations. Hail and welcome spirit above, hail and welcome spirit below, hail and welcome spirit within, hail and welcome spirit in all things, and hail and welcome to all who are gathered here now and to all who will watch later. Hail and welcome. Richard will now kindle the moon fire.
I would like to paint a verbal picture of what it takes to get a fire going for a full moon circle ritual. I arrive about 2 hours before the start of the ritual with a large tray of Rice Krispie bars. I help Nikki and Bree set up the temple room chairs and arrange the central altar. Bree makes a pot of coffee. I then walk about 100 yards down the hill, across the gravel driveway to the fire pit. The firewood is all harvested from dead trees and windfalls on the Circle Sanctuary land. There are Saturday workdays when the local members come out to the land to cut up, split, and stack the wood. This is all hardwood, mostly oak. There are no pine trees on the land. After I get the fire going, I stand and watch and tend it. I wave to the arriving people as they drive up to the temple room. During full moon circle rituals, we might gather around the fire to chant, dance, and form a circle, holding hands. When I get home later that night, I can still smell the wood smoke on my beard and clothes. For this big image, I light this small beeswax candle. So mote it be.
So mote it be. Thank you, Richard. I could smell being there. So now I invite you all to join me in lighting your own ritual candles. And I ask Dale to give our invocation.
I light now with this sacred moon fire, the sacred incense in honor of the full moon. As its smoke rises to the heavens, may our spirits ascend to thy light. May all I speak and all I think be in harmony with thee, spirit within me, spirit beyond me, maker of all things. For thy sacred moon, the mistress of the night, we give thanks. By her light we are blessed, through her light we find peace, and in her light we reach up our hands to commune with you. Hear us when we speak forth these our intentions. To my life give beauty, to my body give strength, to my work give goodness, to my house give peace, to my mind give truth, and to my heart give wisdom. So mote it be.
Well, this full moon of transformation coincides this year with Imbolc in the Northern Hemisphere. Many know the goddess Bridget as a form of the divine that's honored in many traditions at this time of year. She is often seen as goddess of the sun. Right One is one of her names. But the full moon glows because of sunlight, and Bridget herself has been linked with the moon as well as the sun and planet Earth. I hold an image of Bridget, of sun and moon and land, of water and fire and oak, of healing, of transformation, of inspiration. Bridget's light on full moon night, blessings bright of inner sight. Bridget's light on full moon night, blessings bright of inner sight. Bridget's light on full moon night, blessings bright of inner sight. So be it.
Thank you, Selena. I'm now going to ask Nikki to read her poem.
Okay, so the poem that I'm going to be reading tonight is called Sweet Dragonfly. The author is Janet K. Rao, I believe it's pronounced. For me, just a little background. Dragonflies have always been a really strong symbol of transformation for me. They're also one of my spirit animals. And so I believe that this poem was very appropriate tonight, so I hope you enjoy it. Sweet Dragonfly. You will see me when it's light. My colors dazzle and delight. I'm ancient in the world you live. And if you ask me, I shall give. The wisdom that is mine is yours. A set of keys for all the doors you'll need to open one by one until your earthly work is done. With love and magic you shall weave together all that you believe to form a blessed soul connection and find a path of new direction. Take my energy deep within and feel the transformation begin. On my healing powers you can rely, for I am you, sweet dragonfly. Thank you.
Thank you, Nikki. Bree?
I'm going to read a poem called New Dawn Rising by the Walking Poetess. Do hopeful beginnings start in front or behind? The next bend coming towards us in plain sight, or trailing closely in steps we've just taken? Bright morning sun greets the newborn day, never seen before, and yet it comes, unknown and trusted, to rise brilliant as ever, always certain and exquisitely beautiful from beginning to end, this humble new dawn.
Thank you, Bree. Laura?
Thank you, everybody. I want to share with you a chant that, even though we don't know if it's originally created by Abuela Margarita, Grandmother Daisy will be her name in English. She passed on, she transformed into the universe a few days ago. And like everything with our Mexica and indigenous people in Mexico, our traditions are not kept in paper and pen, they are kept from word to mouth. We don't know if the chant is original or is ancient or is hers. What we know is this is one of her favorite chants. She used to sing it all the time. I've taken the liberty to translate it, and I'm gonna put you through it. I'm gonna share with you. Abuela Margarita used to say, the energy of the moon controls the water, and the water needs to heal. The water within needs to heal, so the water of the planet could heal. And she said that when she went back, that when her time come, she was going to dance her way to the other realms. So let's sing to Abuela Margarita, and may she find peace wherever she is. Luna llena, Lléname, lléname de amor. 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 Abuela luna, cambia mis sentimientos en puro amor. Abuela luna, cambia mis sentimientos en puro amor. Full moon, fill me with love. 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 Grandmother moon, change my feelings into pure love. Grandmother moon, transform my feelings into pure love. Luna llena, lléname, lléname de amor. 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 Abuela luna, cambia mis sentimientos en puro amor. Abuela luna, cambia mis sentimientos en puro amor. Full moon, fill me with love. 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 Grandmother moon, change my feelings into pure love. Grandmother moon, transform my feelings into pure love. Lasso Kamati, Somorevi.
That was wonderful, Laura. Thank you so much. And now Heather has another poem for us. I can't hear you, Heather.
I'm very thrilled to see Steve and Nikki's cats joining us because this poem is for them. This is called The Cat and the Moon by W.B. Yeats, and it was probably published around 1919. So this poem is 102 years old. The cat went here and there, and the moon spun round like a top, and the nearest kin of the moon, the creeping cat, looked up. Black Minnaloushe stared at the moon, for wander and wail as he would, the pure cold light in the sky troubled his animal blood. Minnaloushe runs in the grass, lifting his delicate feet. Do you dance, Minnaloushe, do you dance? When two close kindred meet, what better than a call to call a dance? Maybe the moon may learn, tired of that courtly fashion, a new dance turn. Minnaloushe creeps through the grass from moonlit place to place. The sacred moon overhead has taken a new phase. Does Minnaloushe know that his pupils will pass from change to change, and from that round to crescent, from crescent to round they range? Minnaloushe creeps through the grass, alone, important and wise, and lifts to the changing moon his changing eyes.
Thank you so much, Heather. And Bree has another poem for us.
Yes, this is named The Morning Bird Song, and again by the Walking Poetess. Through the grip of darkness looming, gentle moments of softened light, cast upon all that has been shed. Moonlight glowing over restless tide of deep sparkle waters, stillness in this long burning night. Humbled in the wake of morning bird song, I hear your heart and mine singing to a new dawn. So mote it be.
Thank you, Bree. And now Steve has a musical interlude for us.
And a shout out to a group called Vegas Vortex, and they are an intentional community off of Las Vegas. They do a lot of alchemical, like all-night drumming works, and this is a chant that was written by Jay Atwood there. They actually have a festival coming up in early February called Mysterium that I'm going to be registering for, at least, and that's so a shout out to them. So this is about transformation. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. Transform our lead to purest gold. Transform our lead to purest gold. We transform our lead to purest gold. Transform our lead to purest gold. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the time of transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. Surrender to the fire. Surrender to the flow. Release into the mystery. Feel your spirit start to glow. Surrender to the fire. It holds a golden key. Unlock the chains that bind you. Dance and set your spirit free. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. We transform our lead to purest gold. We transform our lead to purest gold. Transform our lead to purest gold. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire. Now is the time for transformation. Here is the place for transformation. Fire is the power of transformation. Bring it to the fire.
Thank you very much, Steve. And we now turn to Dree for a spell of transformation.
Hello, everybody. So happy to be with you again this month. Today, I have some practical magics for you, and hopefully this will resonate. Laura's beautiful singing chant earlier really resonated with me in this particular kind of spell work, because in this in-bulk time, many of us are in snowy environments, and that can really help with this spell. I, however, am in the Pacific Northwest, so I have rain. For this spell, I'm going to be using ice, but I encourage, if you have snow, to get a little ball of snow and use it for this type of ritual. Essentially,
The idea is to tap into the healing powers of water, but also the transformative nature of water. So water takes all forms, solid, liquid, and gas. And if you are able, take a ball of snow or a piece of ice and spend some time in meditation, considering things that you may no longer need, that no longer serve you, that you want to maybe be rid of to make room for what's coming as the days are getting longer and the spring is on the horizon. What are you wanting to be? How are you wanting to feel? What are you wanting to create in the world? You're going to need to maybe make room for that. So you can take this frozen form of water, whatever it may be, and focus that idea that you want to be rid of into the frozen ice or the snow, and meditate with it as it melts. This is a huge piece of ice, so you can see it, but of course, most pieces of ice are much smaller. So as you're meditating, the snow will melt and you can really allow yourself to feel that thing you want to get rid of, that emotion, softening, melting, becoming more fluid, becoming more flexible. And then if you want, you can leave it out to evaporate, or I suggest, of course, as the essential oil aromatherapy magic person, if you have a diffuser like this, a candle diffuser, to put the water into a diffuser like this and light the candle and allow it to evaporate into gas and steam before you. And then from the water form, imagine that image that you want to be rid of. Imagine it going from a fluid water state now to being completely free, to being completely free of you. It's completely gone from your body. It's completely gone from your mind, from your spirit. And in fact, it will be gone from your cup. So I hope that that may be something that you would try at home. Happy Imbolc season and beautiful full moon.
Thank you, Bree. I'm definitely going to have to try. We now have Sleeping Times by Chris, giving us healing transformations.
So this is the Bridget Moon of transformation. And if you kindled a candle with us all here, then I invite you to hold that for a bit. And if you don't have an actual candle, I invite you to imagine that you do. We're going to do a triplicity of healing transformation for self, for others, and then for the planet. And assisting me is our bard, Chris, with his magic flute. So we begin with an intro to the self-healing. As you hold that candle before you, I invite you to consider Bridget Moon, shining bright, transform me with healing light. And as you focus on the light, experience yourself having that light within you, letting it flow as you hear the sounds of the flute. Focus on self-transformation, self-healing, self-care. Be one with the magic of moon and bardic flute. And now I invite you to take some deep, slow breaths, reflecting on your experience with personal transformation, the sacred light, and the musical meditation. Taking some deep breaths in, feeling the transformation flowing through your body. Being part of your whole way of being, transforming your feelings, your thoughts, your soul. And just be with that for a few moments of quiet. And should you wish to do so, those of you who are watching live or those of you watching later, I invite you to put into YouTube comments if you wish, or you may have a way of making some notes about what your experience was like by focusing on transformation of self, of healing and well-being. And long after our time together has been completed, I invite you to reflect back on your experience, to continue the transformation in your personal life. So be it. And so now there's an opportunity to consider those in need of healing. And if you wish to envision a light, a fountain of light flowing from this circle out into the larger biosphere that is planet Earth, our home. Imagining light, rays of light, sparkles of light on this full moon night, going to those you know who are in need. And if there are specific people that you would like to send healing light to, healing transformation light, and you wish to have others join in that, I invite you to put their first name, and if you want an initial of the last name or first name only, into the comments, or if you'd rather not have them go into the comments on the YouTube feed, then I invite you wherever you are to speak their name or names, for we are going to have more bardic flute music as we focus as a group of shining, transforming light of healing on this full moon night. And as our bard comes and joins our circle, we glow.
Thank you.
Blessings to all of those remembered in this healing transformation for others. And we are moving into the third piece of our time tonight. And I have an image. It's a rainbow crystal winged caduceus. And since the pandemic began, we have been using this symbol as a meditation focus to send healing to those with COVID, to send healing to those who are caregiving those with COVID, to send healing to loved ones of those with COVID, to send healing to those who have lost loved ones to COVID. We send healing to essential workers, to people in healthcare, not only nurses and doctors, but chaplains and staff that make healthcare delivery possible. And now, at this time of transformation, we also send magic for vaccination. And so we send well wishes to the scientists, to the people that are manufacturing the vaccines, who are testing them, that are delivering them, that are getting them and giving them. So I invite you to envision this image of healing for humankind. And yes, there are creatures too that have it, so that we dispel this pandemic, that we come together as a community of life here on planet Earth to be well, to be well, to be well. And wherever you are, I invite you to focus on this image and to join in this chant. Be well, 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 be well. So be it. But at this time of transformation, full moon, there is another working for us to have the opportunity to do together. And this involves the planet as a whole. What is this, you might wonder? And how do I happen to have a small image of planet Earth in the midst of this hoop of ribbons? Well, I not only want to send some healing to planet Earth, but support to people of many faiths, philosophies, ways of being, different languages, different cultures, different races, different genders, different sexual orientations, different generations, different abilities, different backgrounds, people from all around the world. Let us join together to bring change to the climate change. This hoop has ribbons that were attached to this hoop leading up to the 2015 Parliament of the World's Religions that was held in Salt Lake City, Utah. Thousands of religious leaders, researchers, academics, practitioners from across the planet came together in 2015 with this international, interfaith, multilingual, multicultural gathering. And each of these ribbons were tied on with blessings for planet Earth. Planet Earth, not only the actual planet, but the community of life on planet Earth. And I hold it here in celebration of the US joining with other nations in 2015, right after this parliament in Paris. In fact, there are ribbons here from the Climate Ribbon Project that were in Paris as nations of the world and their representatives came together to collaborate, to communicate, to work together for a healthier planet. And I hold it here to celebrate that the US is once again collaborating with nations on the planet, not only with the World Health Organization and others working on the pandemic, but working on climate change. So as I shake this ribbon wreath and you will see the planet turning around, I invite you to join in a chant. Planet Earth, be well. 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 Full moonlight, full moon night, full moon right, blessings bright. So be it. And wherever you are on planet Earth, those watching live and later, I invite you, should you wish to do so, to list what country you are in, taking part in this full moon circle. And one of the wonderful things about doing full moon circles online is that literally we can come together from around the world. And with translation devices and apps, we can be in touch that way as well. So happy Imbolc for those in the Northern Hemisphere. Happy Lunasa for those in the Southern Hemisphere. And for everyone, happy full moon. So be it.
Thank you, Selena and Chris. I now ask Dale to give a benediction.
As we draw to a close this our celebration of the full moon, I ask now this blessing for one and all. Open now your hearts and your minds, yourselves, and receive the divine light of the Mother of all. Let yourselves be transformed by her sacred presence in the blessed moonlight, so that you may go forth into the world which she loves, being also yourselves lights, transforming lights to all you meet along your path. So mote it be.
Thanks to the divine as one and many. Thanks to Bridget and the sacred time. Thanks to the full moon, to all of the sacred forms we've connected with. Thanks to all who've worked together to bring you this full moon circle of transformation. Thanks to all of you watching live and later. Thank you to the Circle Sanctuary community. and thanks to all. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks. Reflect on something, a word or a phrase that you carry with you from this full moon circle of transformation tonight. And if you wish to put it in the comments in the YouTube comment thread, feel free to do so. Many thanks.
I will now release the circle. Spirits of the West, we thank you for your calming presence here this evening and the blessings of the ebb and flow of the ever-changing events in our lives. Thank you for your cleansing waters that bring us new opportunities to evolve into wholeness with love. Stay if you will, go if you must, in perfect love and in perfect trust. May the peace of spirit go in our hearts. Spirits of the South, we thank you for your presence here, for bringing your flame of courage, which sparks our creativity to bring forth peaceful justice with honest and true vision in these transformational times. Stay if you will, go if you must, in perfect love and in perfect trust. May the peace of spirit go in our hearts. Spirits of the East, we thank you for your presence here, for opening our minds with the winds of wisdom, for being the breath of inspiration tonight, and for bringing us clarity of thought in these challenging times. Stay if you will, go if you must, in perfect love and in perfect trust. May the peace of spirit go in our hearts. Spirits of the North, we thank you for your presence here and for your blessings of strength and nurturing, growth and evolution. We pray that we may enter into a new way of peaceful living and coexistence here on Mother Earth. Stay if you will, go if you must, in perfect love and in perfect trust. May the peace of spirit go in our hearts. As we close this circle, we give thanks to the spirit of the cosmos above us, for the light of the sun and the moon, which is illuminating our path tonight, and for your presence at this powerful full moon time, a time of transformations, rebirth, and renewal. To the spirit of the planet below us, thank you for your life-affirming support and your powerful heartbeat vibrations that resonate through all of us from the beginning of our lives here through the end when we return to you. We give thanks. And to the spirit within, we give thanks to the presence of all here tonight and those watching later who join us in our prayers for peaceful transitions, understanding, and the desire of goodwill for the peace and prosperity, abundance and health for the highest benefit of us all and for the planet. Stay if you will, go if you must, in perfect love and in perfect trust. We ask for your blessings as you depart, go in our hearts. So mote it be. Now, if you all join me in raising your candles as we give thanks for this time together, merry meet, merry part, and merry meet either virtually again or for when we are given the gift of meeting together in person again someday. Bright and beautiful transformational blessings to one and all. So mote it be. Good night and Godspeed.